chairman of a little group in Sioux Falls called Citizens for Integrity. And we've been trying to highlight some issues that we have. Not only, it started out being a problem with issues that we're finding with the way the city of Sioux Falls is running the election. And it's kind of crossed over into now highlighting issues that are being brought to our attention because we're being very out there trying to point out the issues. We don't want to cast a lot of dispersions on Bob Litz. He worked with Rebecca Dunn and I the other day. He's really trying to fix the situation. I know the Secretary of State's interested in it because we have a situation with the voter rolls. We love to vote. Voting is one of those sacred things that we have in this country. And we really want to make sure that when you people run for office, that you have a chance to be on the ballot properly. When you go and your mother goes and your father goes or your kids go to register to vote or try and vote, you want to make sure that these people can vote. We have a problem coming up with the real ID system and variations of it that are being put into the law, and we're really concerned that all of this is done properly. If we have to go back to the paper records, it would be a shame, but at this point, you know, it may have to be that way so we can go back and actually have something solid, that somebody can't make a computer glitch of some sort. You know, I work with computers. I've worked with computers for over 30 years. I write software. I know how you can accidentally hit a button and change, you know, 1 million records. And I think I'm kind of an expert in this area. You know, in years past, I have actually wiped out databases and had to go rebuild them entirely. So I know how easy it is to do. And I just want to make sure that the safeguards are there as we computerize our elections more and more, that this can't happen anymore. And I'm willing to work with Mr. Litz and the County Auditor's Office, Secretary of State's office, the City Attorney's office, City Clerk's office. We want to just make sure that whatever we do in this election, spring election that's happening next week, if it does happen at this point, because we have to come up with some decisions, because now we have tainted ballots. And we're looking at what the legal remedies are currently if the election of next week can actually even happen. So that's what we're deciding, because each one of the ballot issues, 4 of the 7 ballot issues that we have on our ballot next week are wrong. And there's issues with each one of them. And now we're getting into constitutional issues. And now we're going to have some serious trouble. So I just want to let the County Commission know that there may be some changes coming up this week as we look for legal remedies. Thank you.
Mr. Danielson, thank you. You missed earlier when we recognized volunteers, and thank you for your volunteer work, that you are out there keeping track of what's going on with and making sure the integrity of our voting is safe. And
well, thank
it takes
you.
volunteers to step up too.
So. It's a passion of mine. This is 48 years now that I've been involved in elections in South Dakota. And I love the process. I grew up all over the United States, and I have lived in 19 different states, and I have been involved in the process from grade school. And for some reason, I just love the process.
That's what volunteers are for.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Mr. Litz has another comment.
Bob Litz from the Auditor's Office. I'd just like to take a personal note here and tell you that Mr. Daniels, I view him as a very high-quality individual. He was on our resolution board. He's worked with the elections and is a man of integrity. And anything that he can bring down to the Auditor's Office, we would certainly have a look at, because I know he has a heart of gold. Another thing here.